The Mandela effect is when you recall an event or experience that never actually occurred. Just like how you're thinking, wow Connor, I swear I've seen you try to make it big on YouTube like twice before this, when in reality, this is my first attempt. I swear. It gets its name from, of course, Nelson Mandela, who many believed or have strong memories of the reports that he died in the 80s, but in reality died much later than that. 2013 in fact. These pop up in movies and TV shows all the time. For example, Darth Vader saying the famous "Luke, I am your father" line. But actually, it was
"No, I am your father."
So I thought, hey, why not look at the video game side of things? And so here are 10 cases of the Mandela effect in gaming. Number 10. Dr. Robotnik, Sonic the Hedgehog. Maybe a lesser known detail of Sonic villain Dr. Robotnik, who my 4-year-old nephew insists on calling Dr. Eggman, is his first name. His full name is Dr. Ivo Robotnik. However, Ivo was never really accepted in the brains of Sonic fans. For years, fans of the series, myself included, were convinced that it was Dr. Ivan Robotnik, which makes sense because it's a normal name. Well, the first part is anyway. And it's only been a revelation to me in the past year that Ivan is actually Ivo. Number 9. The Giant Clock. Crash Nitro Kart. Let's have a look at the inspiration for this list. I recently came across a Reddit post that went like this. The giant clock on the desert stage from Crash Nitro Kart used to have an hour hand that would spin out anyone who ran into it. I very clearly remember just sitting at the top and waiting for the CPU players to hit it and go flying. But I revisited the game recently and it doesn't exist anymore. Now I'll admit, I haven't played Crash Nitro Kart, so I have zero knowledge if this was actually a thing. I also have zero knowledge of the person's Reddit username, nor can I find the original post, so maybe that's a Mandela effect in itself. Number 8. Ambulance. Cops and Robbers. Cops and Robbers for the Commodore 64 saw the player take on the role of Diamond Thief Fingers Lunigan, which is a name that can only sound more Irish if you threw Murphy in the middle of it. The game got a horrible reception from critics, who criticised the game for the fact that the player could kill countless police officers. Sounds awfully familiar. Police officers were one of two enemies in the game, and the second being ghosts, because, why not? If you were defeated by a police officer, you'd be taken out in a police car and sent to jail, but if you were defeated by a ghost, you'd be sent off in a white ambulance to recover in the hospital. Or at least that's what you thought. See, in reality, you actually get carried out by a yellow ambulance, whose only destination for you was the morgue, putting a morbid tone on this diamond-stealing classic. Number 7. Rainbow Road, Mario Kart. Remember Rainbow Road? Remember how painfully difficult it was because you, a sorry excuse for a 6-year-old, couldn't go 2 seconds without falling off the side? Well, if you played on the N64 version of the game, you won't remember how difficult it was because, like the person who just wants to take part at the bowling alley, you got the rails up. Yes, it's essentially easy mode on Rainbow Road on the N64, intentionally mended by the developers because the SNES version was too damn hard. But you don't remember there ever being any rails, do you? Number 6. Hydrocity, Sonic 3. Ask any Sonic fan what their favourite game is and either Sonic 2 or Sonic 3 will come out of their speedy little mouths. Sonic 3 was a special game, as not only were we introduced to Knuckles, the devious echidna, we were also treated to a water level done right. This water level I'm referring to is Zone 2, Hydrocity. But wait, that doesn't sound right. But it is. It's not Hydrocity as many people call it, it's Hydrocity. Number 5. Giana Sisters, the Great Giana Sisters. The Great Giana Sisters was a Commodore 64 classic developed by German studio Time War Productions. It was controversial on release given its similarity to that one plumber everyone knows. However, the game deserves credit for, well, being a good game. Surprisingly, the Giana Sisters had to wait until the late 2000s to grace our consoles again, and even 22 years after its initial release, people were still spelling their name wrong. I have to admit, I was one of these people. See, many people, myself included, added an extra N in Giana. Well, for the hell of it. I honestly don't know why. And although one letter doesn't make a huge difference, if you made a mistake in the company of the sisters, they'd let you know about it. Number 4. Arrow in the Knee, Skyrim. The gaming equivalent to the aforementioned Vader line, the bane of Skyrim's guards and most mean dialogue, has actually been misquoted. Many of you would remember the dialogue as an arrow to the knee, but when you go back and listen, there's a slight difference.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Yes, the actual quote was arrow in the knee, which doesn't make much difference, but you would still have fans arguing about which one it is. Number 3. Alex Kidd. Alex the Kid? During the Master System era, Alex the Kid was the mascot of Sega, a whole 5 years before the birth of Sonic. Many older fans remember Alex the Kid well, as he was a well-known character in their childhood. The only thing is, he's been called the wrong name for quite a while. See, even in this entry, I've been intentionally calling him Alex the Kid, which is perfectly fine, because that's his name. But look at the. Just like pineapple on pizza, it shouldn't be there. And Alex the Kid is actually just Alex Kidd. Number 2. Pikachu. Pokemon. Let's start this entry with a little experiment. Right now I'm going to show you 2 pictures of Pikachu, and I want you, yes you watching the video with your feet crossed, to vote in the poll above as to which one is the real deal. All done? Okay, good. If you voted for the Pikachu on the left with the black tip on his tail, then congratulations, you're a certified loser and you take home a grand prize of shame. Pikachu never actually had a black tip tail, and it has really messed with my head ever since it was pointed out to me. This is the most powerful Mandela effect on me, and some days I still can't accept it. Number 1, Mercy, Overwatch. Overwatch is a huge game with a huge fan base, with concurrent players estimated to be between 150,000 and 230,000. Because of its large player base, it has given birth to one of the most well-known Mandela effects in video game history. The case I'm referring to is the supposed interaction between Mercy and Reaper. Apparently Mercy would say, "This isn't what I intended for you, Reyes," to which Reaper would reply, "You knew exactly what you were doing." Many fans are certain that they heard this dialogue in the game, and because of that there was speculation that it had been in the game but then removed in a later patch. However, Overwatch lead writer Michael Shue came out and said that the line never actually existed. It's definitely one that has Overwatch fans scratching their heads and wondering if their own existence is actually real. So that was the list. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up, and if you know of any more Mandela effects in gaming that I might have missed, let me know in the comments below. If you liked the content, why not subscribe? Now's the time to do so while you're stuck in quarantine. I've been Lenny, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.